Well, first of all, good morning and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So is it Anna Leah or Anna Lee?
It's Anna Leah Jolly.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I know I called you Anna Lee last night, so I apologize.
You're good.
But so a crazy 12 hours so far, huh?
Absolutely, yes. It's been surreal, but I'm here for the ride.
That's fantastic. All right, so tell me a little bit about the backstory that led you here to the Crown.
To the Crown. Well, I'm originally adopted from Ukraine. I was almost 12 years old when I was adopted, and I didn't speak a lick of English. And here I am representing Mississippi. But yeah, I was adopted from Ukraine. I had a really, really rough childhood, and it's just, I started dancing because I couldn't speak English, and it was just kind of like an outlet for me to be able to communicate in some form that didn't require words. And now I own a dance studio, and I love it so much. It's called Studio A Dance Company. It's within Courthouse Gymnastics. They're a wonderful partner right now, and I actually have someone hired because I'm Miss Mississippi. I can't teach right now, but I absolutely love my girls. And something that I really felt passionate about was adoption and foster care. As someone who has been through a lot of trauma and abuse, I just wanted to inspire kids to that no matter where they come from, that they can be successful. And it's just really God's plan, God's timing, and then at the same time, it's the preparation that you put into whatever it is that's next in your life. Like for me, it was the Miss Mississippi title, and it was the studio, and it was the writing books, and it was just something that I've noticed in Mississippi and just in adoption in general is we're hearing the successful adoption stories, but we're not hearing the stories that are not going well. How about the people that don't have good relationships with their kids that are adopted? Or how about the people that are no longer adopted, they actually put them back in the system? I actually know someone who is right now in an okay, I can't say that word, in another country on a mission right now in the military. So it's just so sad to see him fighting someone else's war when he's supposed to be in America. And I just think that's just so unique that I wanted to make sure that the kids that are going through the foster care system, the kids that are getting adopted, they are staying adopted. And it's really all about connection and relationships and building attachment. And that is something we don't hear about. Scientifically, you are just connected as far as attachment from birth. But because that is not happening with older adoptions or even younger adoptions, there is a way to connect. It just takes a little bit more, and it takes sifting through the trauma and sifting through all the emotions. So I released a children's book in Barnes & Noble. It's called Theodore, the Little Bear with Big Feelings. And it talks about this little bear that gets adopted. And Theodore doesn't know how to feel about it all. It's a new family, it's a new place, everything's different. And he's kind of shutting down and kind of stepping back from the family, and he doesn't know who to trust and what to do. And the mom in the book introduces the emotion wheel. And it basically teaches him how to share his emotions. And the most, I think, something that the kids don't pay attention to because they're so focused on the bear, is it's actually very important to focus on the parents and how they handle the situation, because they always listen. And I think it's so important for the parents not to react, but to really try to get to the core of why something is happening. Because as someone who was adopted and was abused through in Ukraine and just had a very rough start, ballet was actually very hard for me to start, because that's stretching, that's building muscle, that's pain. So I didn't like it. And that just kind of, I didn't know that I didn't like it because of that until like way later. But I definitely didn't love it, but then fell in love with it later on, and now it's my career, and I won talent on talent night. So it's so it's humbling and yet so wonderful to see God use what was something that was like very painful for me, and now it's like becoming my purpose, especially sharing my adoption story. And I have a website, so I have the book, right? But to pair with that, I have a website called limitlesspowertoconnect.com. And that talks about kind of to the parents. So it talks about the emotion wheel, the importance of it, shares my story. But it also just has like little print. It's very simple, like it's like a one-page website. But it talks about the emotion wheel and how to use it, some printables you can use to connect with your child, to kind of get past it starts simple. You can start as simple as possible, but then it kind of gets deeper and deeper. And I think it's so important that we really connect with the children that we adopt or foster. They really need a strong connection, a strong relationship with their parents. That way, we're not just getting our kids adopted in Mississippi, but we're keeping them adopted. So that's something I haven't. I have 14 other children that were adopted from Ukraine. I'm the only child, but they had siblings, and they also had just so many families that we knew that adopted from Mississippi. And it's just so funny to see how they have awful relationships, if any, with their parents. And talking to them through it, I'm like, well, so why, Mm-hmm. And it was always, they didn't listen, they assumed, they did this or whatever. And it's like, it's not the child's fault and it's not the parents' fault, it's just strictly communication. Something that my parents did a wonderful job at is what's mine is yours, and then tell us everything and you won't get in trouble. So even if I did the worst thing ever, if I told them, I wouldn't get in trouble. And I think that builds trust, because the child feels scared of oh my gosh, I messed up, they're not gonna love me anymore because I've only been with them for 2 months. And it's scary, and it's especially going through the foster care. I know some people go through so many houses, and I just think that if we can equip our parents and equip our children to share emotion and parents to get that out of them and listen, then we can create a very strong bond, and that's very important.
Fantastic. So Limitless was your service initiative.
Yes.
But I also want to come back about Theodore. You also illustrated it?
Yes, so it was all, so I can draw, yes, I can sketch mostly, mm-hmm. But I did it all on Canva, so very digital, and it was really fun, and I'm just happy that it got approved. It is strictly on Barnes & Noble on their website right now, but hey, maybe one day I can get it a little bit further and get it in the stores.
That's
I actually have 2 books.
Yeah, so tell me about the other book.
Yes, the other one's called Leah, the Limitless Ballerina. It shares my story of starting dance so late in life at 12 years old. That is something unheard of to make it professionally, starting that late. I mean, Misty Copeland has done it, but I didn't go to New York City Ballet. I did it in Mississippi. And it's just, I had so much discouragement of oh, you started so late. It's not for you. You need to drop it. But I did make it professionally. I was dancing with Down If God's trainee company for a while, and then I'm at Belhaven University, which now I'm at Miss Mississippi, so I'm gonna take a pause on that. But it's so important that kids know that no matter where you start, as long as you work really, really hard, you can truly achieve anything. And of course, it has to be God's will, but your part of the job is to do your best and let God take care of the rest.
That's so cool. But it sounds like that tenacity has kind of been a theme in your life, isn't it? People.
The underdog.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I'll take it. I'll be the dark horse. It's fine with me.
Because I was over here and you talked to the Clarion Ledger about even going to college.
Yeah.
You were not sure that was necessarily your direction.
Yes. Well, the reason I say that is because just ballet was such a big chunk of my life. I mean, it was 8 hours a day in the studio every day, and then performances on weekends, that I really thought that was going to be my career and that was the way I was going to get paid. So I didn't see the need for college until, then I started my own dance studio, and then that was going well. I mean, I had about 25 kids, and I was like, well, why do I need college? I do think that you can be an entrepreneur without having that education. But doing Miss Mississippi has opened my eyes to to be a better teacher, to be a better business owner. It'd be really cool to go to somewhere like Belhaven and learn how to teach even better, learn a different curriculum, a different skill, and just get that business degree, get that fine arts degree. That way no one can question your ability.
That's an excellent point. That's something I learned way too late in life. Let's see here. Because you've covered a lot. You've done my job for me. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Is there an underserved community or an area of Mississippi that you look forward to serving?
CASA. So I'm partnering with both Mississippi CASA and National CASA. National CASA is more for my getting ready for Miss America, but I really want to work with them no matter what. I'm going to be their keynote speaker in December and hopefully October. Just depends if the board approves it or not. But then CASA of Hinds County, we're currently working on expanding it to Rankin County and Madison just really expanding Mississippi, because we don't have enough advocates right now, and we have over 4,000 kids in the foster care, and we don't have enough advocates to truly serve them the best that we can. So I think that's so important. And so CASA right now is working on getting different news stations on board and just kind of promoting the fact that we need CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. So we need court appointed special advocates, and we can train them really easily. And they are such a big part of our community, because if a child can feel that consistency with somebody that is building connections with them, then they can at least have some sort of normalcy going through a hard process that they are going through. Also, my children's book, Theodore the Little Bear with Big Feelings, is going to be in CASA's court bags, so they're already buying the books. It's really important for the kids to kind of see how the emotion wheel works. They're going through so much in life, and it's just so important that emotional intelligence is just really vivid in their life right now.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So a year from now, you'll be crowning the next Miss Mississippi. When you look back, what do you hope to have accomplished this year?
I hope that I've inspired as many people as possible. I hope that I don't even, I hear people say, you're going to be the best Miss Mississippi. I don't think I could live up to that, but I hope to live up to the best me as possible in representing Mississippi at Miss America. I hope that I walk away with the Miss America crown, but
sure.
That's the hope for sure. But if not, I just want to know that me making it this far is unheard of, especially on your second year. And I've realized the enormity of this moment right now, and it's overwhelming, but I'm just so happy to be here, to put my all into it, and let God take care of the rest. I honestly cannot plan my future out for the next year, but I know that this is the place He wants me to be, in the position that I am in, and whatever He has for me, I'm here for it.
Okay. So this being your second year in the Miss Mississippi pageant, what's your favorite part about Vicksburg?
Vicksburg, ooh, okay. To be honest, being in the competition, we didn't get to explore as much, but I hear y'all's coffee is really good, so I'm gonna need to try that. But right now, I haven't really seen too much of Vicksburg, so I would love to. We did do the autograph party in downtown Vicksburg, and that was just so beautiful. I was at the cinnamon tree, so we were very heavily watched, just because the security is a little bit crazy as far as like people. You don't know what's out there. We're on social media right now, and I just kind of had a little incident last year with just people hearing me on the radio and just randomly showing up. That I don't know, it's scary. Yeah. And just they want to protect their girls. So I would love for us to do more events around Vicksburg, but we are more focused on bringing people in and bringing the clientele into Vicksburg. But as contestants, we are focused on the pageant.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough. So let's see here. So you got Miss America in September, so that's gonna kind of be
10 weeks.
But you're not counting, right?
Sure.
Sure. So that's going to kind of be the focus, and then after that, we'll just kind of have to see how the cards play out.
Yes.
But either way, taking the title of Miss America or continuing as Miss Mississippi sounds like you've got a really focused direction of what you want to accomplish, and it seems like it's going to exist outside of this year.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a long-term goal, and that's really, really neat. Let's see. Talked about the bear. Anything you haven't been asked that you would just like to say?
I would just love to say that no matter where you start in life, whether it is a Ukrainian orphanage like I did, or in the ruralest part of Mississippi, you are limitless, and you can do whatever you want in life, and it's all up to God's will for your life, God's plan, your ability to walk through that plan, and your willingness to, and just hard work and dedication, and not taking your eyes off the prize, because if you can prepare to succeed, you can expect to.
That's perfect. Annalee Jolly, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mississippi 2025, thank you so very much for talking with us.
Thank you so much. So it's Anna Leah Jolly, but it's okay.
I thought I did that right. I'll admit, I've got a year.
You got it here. You got it.
I'll get it.